Hey guys, it's HP Junior 97 and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you have a blessed time and God bless you all. So, I've been thinking of starting a new series of videos which will look at different individuals, concepts, places and events in the Bible, both in the Old and New Testament alike. It's been on my mind for a while now and I want to start this new series. I hope you enjoy it very much. So the first individual, well technically, he's more than just an individual that I want to talk about is Jesus the Christ, or Yeshua HaMashiach. And I want to talk about his deeds, well, his abilities mainly when he was here on earth. The places which we're going to look at will be in the Gospels which comprise of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John in the book of Acts, namely Acts chapter 9. So I'm going to go through the list of what Jesus' abilities were whilst he was on earth in chronological order and split them into two sections, namely pre-resurrection and post-resurrection. Well, to start off, the origins of me as a Christian. I believe that Jesus pre-existed in terms of his nature, his essence, since he's the second person of the Holy Trinity and the Son of God, and he was in unison with the Father in heaven, even before the creation of the world was. However, I believe that his humanity, his fullness, his human side of him, they call it the hypostatic union, fully God and fully man, came to being 2,000 years ago. Namely, something which is in Christian circles known as the incarnation. Mentioned in Matthew chapter 1 verse 18 to 25 and Luke chapter 1 verse 26 to 38. We have the virgin birth happening of Jesus Christ, of Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Jesus coming into the world in terms of his humanity. We see the young boy Jesus having to flee with his mum and stepdad Joseph to Egypt as a result of Herod wanting to slaughter the young innocent babies in Bethlehem, mentioned in Matthew chapter 2 verse 16. We see that the young boy Jesus was a genius well beyond his age, discussing intricate things in Torah, mentioned in Luke chapter 2 verse 41 to 52. In addition, after he discussed these things, he went for 40 days fasting, where he was tempted of Satan, and after that, he had his baptism by his cousin John the Baptist, and that's the origin out of the way. So let's look at some of the abilities that Jesus had whilst he was here on earth. First, we see that he was incredibly intelligent, knowing complex things about Torah at a young age, and even confounded experts in the law with ease, mentioned in Matthew chapter 22, verse 35. Ability to change matter at the molecular level, changing water into wine, John chapter 2, verse 1 to 11. In addition, he caused withered arms to become whole and restored a cut ear, Luke chapter 22, verse 45 to 54. Had knowledge outside of his five senses, being able to know precisely that Nathanael was under the fig tree, John chapter 1, verse 48. Even though he wasn't in the location, and being able to know that the woman at the well had 5 previous husbands, John chapter 4, verse 16 to 18. Ability to alter the molecular structure of objects in nature, such as cursing the fig tree and causing it to die within a day. Ability to heal the sick from virtually any disease, healing people who were blind, couldn't walk, or had incurable illnesses. Ability to manipulate the elements of nature and cause the bending of reality, allowing him to do things which essentially should be impossible to do, such as walking on water, commanding the seas and the winds at his will and his command. Ability to cause the multiplication of matter when he multiplied the fishes and loaves. Ability to raise people from the dead. Yes, dead, and give life unto them, raising up Lazarus in John chapter 11, and Jairus' daughter. Ability to know the thoughts of individuals, evade attack by his naysayers and critics, by which means we're still not fully aware of. Has power over supernatural beings, such as demons, Luke chapter 4, verse 36, commanding them to leave. And even on one occasion, in the occasion of the Gadarene demoniac in Mark chapter 5, he commanded the demons, not beg, not plead, not suggest, but commanded them to leave the demoniac and enter into the swine. Also has a host of angels at his command. We see this mentioned in the Garden of Gethsemane. In addition, if this was not enough, literally has the ability to command animals to give coins to him. Matthew chapter 17 verse 24 to 27. Has the ability to transform himself from his normal human physiology to his transfigured self, seeing this happen in the Mount of Transfiguration. In this same event, he was able to bring individuals who were long gone or long deceased, and individuals who had lived a long time ago, even though they hadn't really died at that moment, bringing Elijah and Moses to come and talk with him. Having foreknowledge, being able to predict the future, predicting the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem in 70 AD. We see this happening in the Olivet Discourse in Matthew chapter 24. See, this was all of Jesus' abilities in his pre-resurrected form. In his post-resurrected form is even more extreme. And they are the following. Walk through solid objects such as walls, John chapter 20. Cast a multitude of fish just by his command. Possible, and I believe this is a strong possibility of this, has the ability to shapeshift as individuals were unable to recognize him. And bear in mind, these individuals I'm talking about are his disciples who were with him for 3 years. Bear in mind. And this happened on the road to Emmaus in Luke chapter 24. Is essentially immortal, never going to die again since his resurrection. Ability to teleport from place to place and cause himself to disappear at his will. John chapter 20. Ability to fly, ascending to heaven after being on earth for 40 days. To heaven after being on earth for 40 days after his resurrection to 20. Ability to fly, ascending to heaven after being on earth for 40 days after his resurrection, Acts chapter 1, causing individuals to go blind if they see him in his full glory, in his post-full resurrected glory after he's been to heaven. We see this happening in Acts chapter 9 when St. Paul saw him. In addition, he's able to do interdimensional or travel from dimension to dimension in that same chapter as he went from the heavenly dimension to the earthly dimension, which is the third heaven to the first heaven. And that's pretty much it. If I missed anything, I do apologize, but my goodness, the abilities that Jesus had were amazing. Truly phenomenal. Hence the moniker, the Son of God, is a right fit for him. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and we'll speak again